I never thought a friend could ruin your life so quickly. My name's Jordan. I'm 24, and I work at a small tech startup that's just beginning to make a name for itself. I've always been careful with who I trust, careful with who I let in. But I was wrong about Liam, so wrong. Liam and I had been inseparable since college. We shared classes, dorm rooms, late-night pizza runs, and ideas, hundreds of them. He knew my quirks, my fears, my ambitions. I thought our friendship was unshakable. I thought loyalty was a given between us. But it turns out that loyalty only exists when it's convenient. The day everything fell apart started like any other. I had been working for weeks on a new concept, an app feature that could revolutionize how our company handled internal communications. I had buried myself in research, coding late into the night, sketching out diagrams on napkins at lunch. This was my brainchild, my sweat, my sleepless nights, my own creative labor. I was proud, and I thought I could finally share it with the CEO. Liam was in the meeting, sitting across the table, nodding politely. The perfect wingman, or so I believed. When I started my pitch, I felt a rush of confidence. The slides were perfect, the demo ran smoothly, my notes were meticulous. I could feel my heart beating, a steady rhythm of anticipation. And then, out of nowhere, Liam stood up. Just like that. He leaned forward, cleared his throat, and began to explain the concept. The words were mine. The diagrams, my work. And yet, in the CEO's eyes, it was Liam's idea. I froze. My mouth opened, but no sound came out. My heart pounded so hard I thought it would shatter my chest. The CEO leaned in, clearly impressed, asking Liam detailed questions about the implementation. Liam answered everyone with confidence, smiling as if he'd been the one nurturing this idea from the start. I watched, invisible, furious, stunned. After the meeting, I cornered him in the hallway. Why would you do that? My voice trembled, more from rage than from fear. He laughed, a light, dismissive chuckle that made my blood boil. Relax, man. You're too emotional. It's just business. Just business. It took me a moment to realize that this wasn't a one-time betrayal. Liam had done it before. Maybe smaller things, subtle things I had shrugged off. But this time the stakes were too high. The humiliation, the theft of my work, the betrayal, it all hit at once. I went home that night staring at my reflection in the mirror. My hands shook. My chest burned. I wanted to scream, to throw something, to make the rage inside me tangible. But I didn't. I couldn't. Instead, I made a vow. I would fight back. If I didn't, if I stayed silent, I'd lose everything I'd worked for. And this time, I wasn't going to let him get away with it. I knew the fight would be hard. I knew it would consume me. But I also knew one thing with perfect clarity. Liam had shown his true colors. And now it was my turn to show mine.